Hi everyone, it's your boy Zach. And here's Luna, and here's a completely unrelated comic to the entire topic of the video. But this is my live stream for the last few hours of the Iron Sights Indiegogo campaign. It's a 1 month, 31-day campaign, and it's ending at midnight Pacific Standard Time, which is 2 in the morning Texas time. So I'll probably do a live stream right here for a little bit and then take a break, and then I'll pop on like the last, I don't know, 15 minutes of the campaign. But it's a hard stop. It is not going to change into being a in-demand online store. The book is not going to be available for the foreseeable future, which means up into well into next year. There's no plans to put it through Diamond into comic stores or put it on Amazon or anything. This is a one-shot exclusive Indiegogo book for right now. So anyway, I know I. What was I gonna say? I saw that Ethan had started a Star Wars live stream a little while ago. I was just topping off my battery. So yeah. So let me just. I was just going to. This isn't. I'm not going to be reviewing this because I haven't read this in like 20 years. But why does she always get so? Every time I start doing a video, she gets very active. She's usually just sleeping over there. But anyway, I'm going to scroll up and then just start answering questions. It doesn't look like the notifications went out very well, or everyone's watching Ethan read a Star Wars book. So what's up, Saggy Bones? What's up, Kevin Chan? What's up, Save the Fantastic Four? Never Fear Penguin is here. Tyler Baruso says, I think I'll back Iron Sights tonight. All right. MCOC _ Josh says, hey Zach, you gonna react to the Venom trailer? I hadn't planned on it. I've done other trailer reaction. I did the Aquaman and who was it? Captain Marvel, Shazam, those two. But I wasn't gonna plan on doing it for Venom. Venom looks solid. It felt a little silly when the Venom suit started talking, but then I remembered, no, that's what Venom actually does. Kevin Johnson says, forgot my credit card at home. How long do we still have? About, what time is it right now? About 2.5 hours. Snarled ASP says, good luck. I hope it outdoes some of the Marvel BS they put out. Good luck and congrats on top 10. So the book is actually top 7 right now. Made it up to 7 and actually beat out a book by Neil Gaiman. So on Comicron, which lists the orders to comic shops, they have like the floppies, and then they have a separate list at the bottom for, they call it trade paperbacks, but it's graphic novels. And so the equivalent of what it's selling is the equivalent to being the number 7 graphic novel in the country. Garth Oostveen says, I love your channel. I hope you make 100,000 subscribers very soon. It's happening sooner than I thought. I thought it was going to be until the end of the year. But with all the Jim Jeffries hit piece and all the other craziness, I think I'm at 85,000, 86,000, something like that. Scrolling down some more. Radical Comics says, can you invite Ethan? No, I'm just doing this on my phone. You can do that, but you have to like do the Google Hangout on like a laptop or a tablet, and then link it to your with the encoder to the YouTube. It's like I'm just doing it on my phone. There's no way to invite anyone in. What's up, Coffee's Hunter? Thanks for the congratulations, Richard Baldwin. I guess I'll start flipping through this. Yeah, Luna's like, she's not used to this. I'm not on this couch a lot, but she seems to like just kind of like chilling here near me. So, like I said, these pages are so loud. My buddy is like, is this going to be worth something? I go, no. First of all, they printed like a freaking million of them. Second of all, you open it right up and there's like a rip here. Like these, I don't think there's such thing as a mint copy of these oversized Alex Ross books. They all look like they were at a library for like 10 years. So honestly, he's gotten a lot better. I find this old stuff really boring. I don't like how washed out it looks. But I think I'll get to a non-crink. Okay, yeah, that does not look cool. That looks like mediocre cosplay. Scrolling down some more. So yeah, so Hard Boiled Entertainment talked about the Venom suit, said, eyes, lung, pancreas, so many snacks, so little time. Kind of works better in like a Mark Bagley, comic from like 1994. It was fine. Scrolling down some more. Rookie0859 says, threw down my 50 on it. Can't wait to read it. Well, thank you very much. Coffee Center says at 11:25 p.m. Central, it was at 112,669 with 3145 backers. Wow. Hey, thanks for backing. Thanks for backing it, Razmaz. Never Fear Penguin here says top 7. Zach, you knew sales were going to pick up toward the end, but dang, who saw this coming? I didn't see it coming. I was really thought it'd be amazing if you could just squeak right in there at like 2,500 and change and get the top 10 spot, and we're at the number 7. And remember, all the ones that are outselling Iron Sights, they're like Dark Knight's Metal, they're Marvel, DC, and then Southern Bastards by Jason Aaron and Jason. What's the other Jason? The guy who draws it, and that has a major push, So I'm right up and I beat Neil Gaiman. Sorry, Neil. Better luck next time, you jerk. Scrolling down some more. The Watcher says, the sound of that paper. Minnie Sanchez says, hi, Zach. How can I buy Iron Sights from Mexico? Oh, you just put in your address and it does a drop down for your country. And then I believe Mexico, I did different postage rates. America has one, Canada and Mexico have, I think, the same. And then the rest of the world has a third. Thanks for contributing. King up here. We Are Comics Gate says, yo, how can we get one of those Kelsey Shannon cover posters? So we're going to a Comic Con in Belton, Texas. What'd you hear? Ooh, something. Oh no, she's hearing the pages. That's a weird sound, right? Timothy Lim from Donald Trump and the Trump's Space Force. By the way, obviously, some people aren't political and some people are political at different stripes. But Timothy Lim and Chuck Dixon and Mark Pellegrini and I believe Brett Smith is on that book as well. They just got a big promotion. Donald Trump Jr. just retweeted about their book, so I'm expecting a big sales spike for them tomorrow. But so Timothy Lim was going to the printers, and he's like, "Hey, do you want any prints?" And it's like, "Okay, yeah, do 25 of the cover of Jawbreakers Lost Souls and 25 of Iron Sight." So they will be available if you come to the con. Scrolling down some more. Luis 3G says, I just backed Iron Sights. It better be worth it, Zach, because that shipping cost is insane. So the shipping cost is insane, but it's sane in that it's the reality of shipping. I gotta buy a rigid photo mailer. It's about $1.50, and then honestly, to get the postage, I was doing that for floppies, going to other countries, and it was like 10 or 12 bucks. So that's one of those things that as I do more of these and I learn how to get better deals, I'm hoping those prices can come down. Scrolling down some more. Nigel Tonberry says, can you keep this in the store for an extra day or two? Unfortunately, I cannot. Well, no, I actually could have it as the in-demand store, but I can't let it go on because I need a hard and fast stop, for multiple reasons. One of which is, man, I saw this thing by Kelly Jones. He says, don't set goals, set deadlines. And then he explained why. I wish I would have memorized the rest of it, but he explained it really well. So the deadline, yeah, I've got to get it to a printer because I've got to get that out before I get out Lost Souls. And unfortunately, I can't. Max Fish says, Kelsey Shannon deserves a double bonus. What? That's very funny because when I was walking Luna, that's what I decided myself. I'm going to probably send that to him tomorrow. But Kelsey Shannon actually is getting a double bonus for his cover. We negotiated a rate. He turned it in on time very quickly, and it was at such a high level of quality, I gave him a bonus. And now that I've seen that the sales it got, he's about to get, so he got basically a quality bonus, and now he's about to get a sales bonus. Scrolling down some more. So Brian says, if Devil Dog is only going to be digital, are you going to offer a physical trade or Indiegogo when all of the 5 or 6 one-shots are complete? So I mentioned so there's a Devil Dog one-shot. It's 22 pages, written by Chuck Dixon, and it's about a third drawn right now, but with no real deadline. I told the artist, he's a younger artist, I go, 2 to 3 months, it's fine, take your time. But there's not going to be another Indiegogo till next year, most likely. So I was like, what do I do with this? It's a floppy. So like I just talked about the postage. It's not realistic that I can mail it out because it'll be like a $5 floppy and then I'll have to tack on another $5 just to mail it. So I was like, maybe I'll just do it digital. Just give people a digital download or what is it called? CRV file, whatever it is called. But then people really didn't like that. They go, we want a physical version. So the things I learned from mailing out and fulfilling, what do you call it? Iron Sights and Jawbreakers Lost Souls. That might make it so that I can do a physical fulfillment. The idea is there's going to be, so Jawbreakers Lost Souls is a prequel, and then it has Jawbreakers Book 1 and Book 2 included in. And that's going to, that Indiegogo is going to be up for another 2 weeks. But then the finishing of the Book 1 and Book 2, Book 3, that's going to be the next Indiegogo, like early next year. And then it's going to have 2 backup stories. It's going to have the Ballad of the Cannoneer, which is this character I described like a month or so ago. And then it's also going to have this Devil Dog origin in it. So it'll have like, Jawbreakers Book 3, which will probably be 50 or so pages, and then 22 pages of Devil Dog origin, and then probably another 22 pages of the Cannoneer story. So scrolling down some more. Thanks for the super chat, Bagel Goose. So speaking of super chats, I really do appreciate them, but you've probably noticed that I've stopped doing live streams. And the reason I did it was twofold or threefold. Number one, a lot of people started doing live streams, so I started to get less shekels and less viewers. The other thing was that I found out that YouTube actually does take a third of the donations, the shekels, and then obviously another quarter is going to go to taxes. I'm like, it's not even worth it, I can just record a regular video in 20 minutes and then get on with the business of making comics. So I appreciate your super chat though. Scrolling down some more. Maro C says, I used to live in Belton, great little town. Scrolling down some more. Michael Clan says, Zach, I backed Iron Sights 3403. Thank you very much. Scrolling down some more. Thanks for the super chat, Joseph Hottendorf Jr. Congrats on Iron Sights. Can't wait for more books for you. I can't wait either. So now I'm going to be, like I said, prepping Iron Sights for the printer. It should be going to the printer next week. Then I'd say Jawbreakers is probably going to be open for another couple weeks, and then once I have that print file, I'll shut that down, and that'll go to the printers as well. And then I'll be just fulfilling 10,000 Jawbreakers and probably 300, 3,400, 3,500 iron sights, and I'm going to learn a lot from that process. And I should be learning how to make the shipping and the fulfillment cheaper, and then that will have a major factor on follow-up. Scrolling down some more. Timothy Lim says, where is Luna? Luna is right there. Just had to zoom and the resolution got really bad. Scrolling down some more. Thanks for the super chat, Max Fish. Media mail it, Zach, no ads equals you are good to go. Here's the deal. So media mail is a cheap way to mail stuff. However, I have talked to people at post office. Number one, no, even people who work at the post office don't seem to understand how media mail works. Number two is that it doesn't seem like there's any standard. If you go onto the post office website, it says media mail is supposed to be basically for educational material. So periodicals don't count, but then this is a book, not a floppy. But then the other way, I've heard some people, they were able to use it. It seems to be very, very random if you can utilize it. Doremi Khan blog, thanks for the super chat. What position are you at with 3149 backers? So I believe 3080 or 3090 was got me up to the number 7 spot, but to get to number 6 I have to sell, I think, like 3600. So there's only 2.5 hours, no, 2 hours and like 20 minutes left. So that would be a challenge. 10G1K says, check out the promo pics for a new Terminator movie starring Carl Manvers. Yeah, so in current year identity politics nonsense, they took the really cute, really feminine blonde girl from *Halt and Catch Fire*, and they turned her into Carl Manvers. The picture has to be seen to be believed. Scrolling down some more. Somni says the quickening is upon us. So I finished the Highlander, the first movie today. I liked it a lot. So I started joking around that beating Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa had a Kickstarter for his black graphic novel that made like 92,000, had like 2775 backers. I have that memorized. So obviously I destroyed it on with Jawbreakers, but I still really wanted to beat it on this one. So I posted, I go, if I beat him twice, that's the Comics Gate quickening. And then he put up these tweets. He's like, you cannot beat me because we are not in competition. And our books did not come out at the same time. Like, his stuff made no sense. Sales across the board for comics on digital and trade paperback and floppies were actually higher in 2016 than they are right now. So he had an advantage, and I still beat him. The other thing is his logic didn't make sense. It was like saying, whoever won, the decathlon in 1950, even if you get a higher score than him, you didn't beat him because you didn't compete at him that day. It's just stupid. Like I said, one of the things about SJWs is SJW is just it's a dumb, or let's say average intelligence person's attempt to be an intellectual. Scrolling down some more. Razmas says, are you ever going to submit a comic to Diamond next year? I don't know. Like, I don't have any plans on it. I was thinking of maybe putting Devil Dog through Diamond, but I was like, yeah, I might still do that. I might put Devil Dog out. Scrolling down some more. Sorry. Um, what's up, L Argo 30? Tooks01 says, I think Jawbreakers is a pretty good value. Basically, 2 floppies in a trade for $20. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Scrolling down some more. Thanks for the super chat, J. Cephas. How out of date is old school publishing when a Neil Gaiman graphic novel sells fewer books at a lower price and no shipping than a guy with white YouTube and a Patreon? It's sad. It's sad. Like, this industry has been destroyed by SJWs. One of my insiders at Marvel, he says, incompetence opened the door to SJWs, and now they have come in, they have taken over, they have only hired people like themselves. And Neil Gaiman, I should not be outselling Neil Gaiman. He should be outselling me by a factor of 20 to 50, and I just beat him. It's pathetic. Scrolling down some more. Satsaru says, is there going to be a Zashi origin story as well? No plans for that. Zashi is not an official team member. Oh, 582 people in the chat. So people are saying Ethan just wrapped up his, and so people are coming over. Andy plugged it, so appreciate to that. Scrolling down some more. Eric Hutful says, I am the EVS flood. Jay Stout says, EVS sent me. Thanks for backing, Sapper36. Jamon G says, what's the resolution of this screen? Bit fuzzy on my end. Been having problems. It's been like 2 apartments ago when I actually had good resolution on my live stream. That's another reason I stopped doing them. Holy Goat says, Tico Lange incoming. Man, I gotta tell you, Ethan has this whole huge audience. What he does is, obviously he has a comics audience, but then he grabs people from Star Wars fandoms. So I'm seeing all these people that he sent over, and I don't recognize their screen names. That's great. It's always Diversity in Comics Bear says, I think the Rebel Media chick would go out with you. So Martina Marcota, who works at Rebel Media, and she's got I believe it's a Kickstarter for Lady Alchemy coming out in a couple of days. She did a video about the Jim Jeffries hit piece, and she said that she didn't think my haircut looked that bad. To which everyone, it's like elementary school, and they're like, "Ooh, Martina and Zach." It's like she literally just said, "I didn't look horrible." It was not any kind of like intense flirting. Coffee Center says, it is worth doing live streams. If it promotes your comics, it may work out that you make more in sales than you would from Super Chat. Very, very, very good point. Like I said, one of the other reasons I stopped doing Super Chats is the frustration. My last apartment, I had AT&T Uverse, and they would throttle my uploads, so it would be horrible resolution. I found that really, really frustrating. And then right here, my buddy has good internet, but I don't know, he's got a weird setup here, and so the only one I can get on is it doesn't have great bandwidth either. Scrolling down some more. So Just Add Awesome says, have you read Centipede #4? Max Bemis tried being subtle, calling John Delarose names in an upside down alien language. So yeah, that one just came out right before I started. At first I didn't get the whole story, so I was like, I don't get it, what's wrong? And it's just the childishness of it. It's insane. A little mini Mountain Dew break. Amaro says, are you worried about having to sign thousands of copies of Jawbreakers? No, I'm not. Originally I was. And then I've basically kind of reconfigured my life. So that will be possible. And it's just something, I'll just whittle it down, over the time it takes to get printed. Thanks for the super chat, Ian Aldrig. Can you switch your quality to at least 80p? Sorry. Yeah, just. Thanks for the super chat, Colonel Comics. How much money would we progressives have to crowdfund to get you out of our safe space? So there's one of these. Colonel Comics is a fun guy. There's this whole concept of comics needs to be a safe space. It's like, no, comics needs to be a profitable space. Trust me, it was already safe. It was always safe. It needs to be profitable. It's not a clubhouse. What's up, Eric Hutfuls? A dog emoji with sleeping. Oh, yeah, because of Luna. So Lama Gigante at 11:37 p.m. 10 minutes ago said over 113,000. Oh, thanks for the super chat, Jesse N. I'm backer 465 for Einstein. Ooh, early one. Thank you very much. That was probably day one, right? Thanks for the super chat, Vic-ish Cruz. Zach times Kwanzaa fan fiction when? I don't know. I feel like we're kind of star-crossed. Scrolling down some more. Diversity in Comics Bear, thanks for the super chat. Please sue Mark Waid into third world poverty and then the peace sign emoji. What's up, Casca 52? Vale Ned said Evia sent us over. Ro Kabir Kumar really wants me to get a vasectomy. What's up, Chaos Risen? After this weekend, Belton, when is your next con? I can't get over that cover of Iron Sights. Damn, man. I'm telling you. I think Kelsey Shannon might be the first artist in the history of the last 5 years in comics, maybe the last 10, to get a double bonus. We negotiated for a rate. He turned it in. It was so good, I gave him a bonus for quality, and he's about to get a sales bonus tomorrow. Thanks for the super chat. Jason the Unpopular. What's your favorite X-Men run, and what's your favorite Daredevil run? Wow, I love those questions. Favorite X-Men run, it'd probably be Chris Claremont and Jim Lee once he became the regular artist. Favorite Daredevil run, Ann Nocenti. Ann Nocenti was a huge influence on me, not just as a comic book fan and later a professional, but literally as a person. Like the way she would discuss concepts and controversies, it was very humanistic, progressive in a positive way. I really liked it. El Gaucho says, don't watch the second Highlander, it sucks. I'm watching it. I added it to my watch list on Amazon Prime. I'm watching it. It's Highlander, it's like in 2035 and Sean Connery's back somehow, even though he had his freaking head cut off. Okay. Scrolling down some more. Thanks for the super chat, Eric Brand. So when is profanity not considered forced cursing? So forced cursing, because some people, saw some pages from Iron Sights that had cursing in it, and they said, oh, is this forced cursing? Forced cursing is, okay, so I'll just take some of, I'll basically Mags Visaggio this captions, and I'll put some forced cursings. So it says, Earth's enemies have presented themselves in countless forms. Earth's fucking enemies have presented themselves in countless shitty forms. That's the type of thing you see in SJW books. Thanks for contributing, Eric Hutfuls. Scrolling down some more. Sorry. Sith Lord XR Kuhn says, congrats on the book going into top 10. That's really cool. Looking forward to reading it and the next stuff you put out. Thank you very much. Thanks for the super chat, Darth Bob Cat. Are we going to have a fun to get copies to soldiers? That already happened. It was in a live stream a couple months ago. I got a couple $100 to. The deal with Indiegogo is there's a weird quirk where when you select destinations, it does not have APO AE. I forget what APO AE stands for. I think AE is Armed Forces Europe. Basically, it's anyone deployed. When you go down range, you're going to have some APO AE. It's kind of like a zip code. So they don't have that. So basically, once I get, I'm going to print some extra copies, and then I'll put a call out for, deployed service people because, they might be deployed now, but by the time it's ready to ship, they might not be deployed. So I'll do that once I have the books. Brian Glosky says, how long will the stream go for tonight? I'm not sure. There's about 2 hours and 8 minutes left. I'm not going to scroll that long. I'm not Ethan and all them. I can't do those long scrolls. I need a little break. I need a little potty break. I need a little soda break. I need to lay down. So the last time I did one until like 12:45, then I took a little break and I showed up at like the last 15 minutes. Scrolling down some more. Scrolling down. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Thanks for the super chat, Dick McJackass. Able to make super chats again, so here you go. In return, please say, Dick McJackass, we love you. Your mom and dad shouldn't be embarrassed. And then kiss noise. I'm not doing a kiss sound. I'm not. But thank you for the super chat. Yeoman Archer says, is it true that Marvel didn't show up to Comic-Con? From what I heard, they did not have a booth, which they've skipped some Comic-Cons. But they did have some panels. CB Cebulski was out there pumping up Cena Grace return to Iceman and stupid stuff like that. Well Hung in Dung says, you are rejectifying the hypothesis of Kwanzaa because of the defenestration of the anti-disestablishmentarianism. Razman says, what are the future projects after Devil Dog? So Devil Dog is going to be included with the next Jawbreakers Indiegogo from next year. After that, not just comics, I'll say it that way. Other forms of entertainment as well next year. Thanks for buying a copy, Carnet015. Scrolling down. Razman says, everyone remember that you only have a few hours to back Iron Sights. Yes, you have 2 hours and 6 minutes. LE Precon007 says, hey man, just caved and bought both books. Hopefully I can get Jawbreakers as well. Thanks for the opportunity, man. Well, thank you for bagging it. Yeah. Scrolling down some more. Sat Saro says this video quality looks like it's actually below 240p. It really makes me sad when I hear that. Scrolling down some more. Thanks for the super chat, Lord Asserman. You're a good man, Zach. Here's some shekels. Thank you very much. Let's see if there's any cool pages. This book's been pretty boring. Okay, whatever. Just flying around. It's generic village. Thanks for purchasing Iron Sights. Love the cover from William Palmieri. If people can let me know what the sales and amount of backers is, that'd be cool. Thanks. Last time when we were, Yamaji Gigante, 113,443 as of 8 minutes ago. Scrolling down some more. Razmaz says, Zach, any new stalkers or enemies? I do have some new enemies, but I'm really making an effort just to not talk about them and not give them heat and obviously not engage them. I don't block them. I don't block anyone. But I have started using the mute function. It's, at some point you just realize there's, it can be aggravating. So I'm hoping they come around. One of the things I've been thinking about, and this might fall into tooting my own horn, but obviously my enemies like to bring up stuff I did sometimes a while ago, last year. But I can honestly say that I've gotten better. I was actually looking at a bunch of my tweets, not even like the controversial ones, but just the general tenor and tone of my tweets from, let's say, last fall. And I was kind of shocked. They were pretty aggressive and pretty consistently aggressive. And I look at them now and they're a lot more casual. But the thing about, my enemies and opponents and people who just don't like me is like, I haven't seen any growth. Like they all act exactly the same. Scrolling. Oh my gosh. Reality Change says, why would you not have iron sights in the description? The way I do these on my phone, I don't have the ability to put something in description until it goes live afterwards. Scrolling down some more. The Watcher says, what's your favorite Spider-Man story? I really liked David Michelini and Todd McFarlane. I really liked Eric Larson on his when he was writing for himself. And I liked Peter David with Alex Saviuk. Thanks for the super chat. Alan Rogers. Did you ever get your haircut fixed, or do you just still look like a boot with a barracks cut that wandered onto national television somehow? Also, congrats. I got it fixed in that I didn't use a blow dryer that made it look kind of stupid and look like it was like a wig. So I just dry it with a towel, and now it looks more normal. Scrolling down some more. Chaos Risen says, are you signing any of the iron sights? No, I'm not. That was not an option. One of the things is iron sights was supposed to test out fulfillment and printing, but I also wanted it to be a very, very simple campaign. It had no stretch goals. It only had 2 tiers. It had basically, there's a book or there's a book with a pinup poster, and that was it. So there actually aren't any signed versions of it. Scrolling down some more. Thanks for the super chat, Alex G. Good to see you streaming again. Thanks for the super chat, Mark C. Comicsgate needs to work on Sana Ammonite. Time to remove the head of the snake. So obviously being symbolic there, but Sana Ammonite, yeah, she is the real power at Marvel, and absolutely a propagandist. John Whalen says, do all your comics have barcodes? So I think he's talking about stuff like this. And neither Jawbreakers, Lost Souls, or Iron Sights have barcodes because they're not being sold through traditional means. Thanks for being backer 375, Michael Matthews. Razor's Roses says, I'm sort of like Zach. I know if we got Kwanzaa in a room, we'd be the best buds. All this PC nonsense stops the dopest friendships that comics need. Absolutely. I'm trying to be buddies with Kwanzaa. I want to be sitting at a table, and me and him and other people are hanging out, and we're roasting each other, and everyone's just laughing, having fun. Whoa, E-Man is backer 170. Wow, that was like the first hour. James Burdo is backer 2591. Thanks for the super chat, Dick McJackass. Another one. When does the Zach Martina Marcota baby come out? Oh boy. Scrolling down some more. James Burdo, will you review Anna Sinti's new book? Absolutely, I will. I would love to work with her. Absolutely love to. 'Cause she's got a book out called The Seeds. I forget which company. Yeoman Archer says, Highlander, have you seen the cartoon? I have not. I've heard the cartoon is quite good, and I've heard the TV show is good. Rax the Hero says, what's your favorite Kwanzaa quote? Oh boy, I hope I can get it right. It's like, oh God, it was the Heather Antos one where it's like, she brings all the trolls to the yard, but her edits bring the fresh ideas. Something like that. Kevin Chan says, hey, Zach, I read Batman Year 2 and Batman Full Circle. Both really good old school Batman stories. Love them. I have the hardcover of Batman Year 2. Mike Barr is writing. Alan Davis and Todd McFarlane are on art. Alfred Alcala on inks. And I actually almost sent it to my buddy who's deployed right now. I was sending him all the comics that didn't get ripped, which means the good ones. And then I almost sent that, and I bought that for myself a couple months ago. So I'm going to be getting to that one. I still got to get to My Hero Academia and Extinction Agenda. I've moved 3 times since I bought that. I'm not even sure where that is. And the Batman Year 2. Douglas Nelson says, who is better, Gene Colan or John Buscema? I liked John Buscema's stuff more. I would say Gene Colan was the better, like, stuff like this, like composition. Do Remy Con blog. Thanks for the super chat. Random question. Did you ever meet Bob Layton? Now, I've never spoken to him, but I have, God, when I was in high school, there was a convention like in Dallas or something. And he was there. He's kind of like a Mr. Cool type of guy. And I remember being kind of shocked because I was really shy. I used to go to the conventions and I wouldn't talk to anyone because I was shy. But I would just like walk by. I was like, ooh, that's Peter David. Ooh, that's Jim Lee. It's like 1990. And he was talking to some other pros, and he was talking about like how he had gotten laid the night before. And that was just like, it was like he was like a movie star. It's like, what? So the Highlander anime is supposed to be pretty good. Thanks for the super chat, Uno Bros. That Ironsides cover is freaking badass. It absolutely is. Diversity in Comics Bear, thanks for another super chat. Zach, she gave you the green light 100 emoji. 100 underlined twice emoji. Junior Ruiz says, I saw Kwanzaa at San Diego Comic-Con. I wanted to pick with him badly. Him and his cover artist, Carrie, who I like, were there. God, I want a picture with Kwanzaa. I do. We used to talk. We used to roast each other. It was so much fun. I need to go block me. So Clay Former says at 11:50 p.m., 15 or 14 minutes ago, there were 3175 backers. Carnet015 says, I'm backer 3130. I look forward to the story. Well, thank you very much. Scrolling down. Thanks for the super chat, Jesse N. Highlander 2 Renegade Edition is the better version. Okay. I think they just have like the regular one on Amazon Prime. Sweet Rabbit, formerly Nola Nerd, says, I am backer 2697 and I tweeted Ironside's link to Mark Wade, Male Nipples, Sana, and Mags after I backed you. I love the cover is Esme topless in the trade paperback. No, there's no nudity in the actual story. Scrolling down some more. Thanks for the super chat, Jay Bickford. What's your favorite Barsoom book, and do you ever want to write a story in that world? Yes. So I've gone through several versions of John Carter. Originally, so John Carter, the first 3 novels are public domain, and those are real deal Holyfield public domain, as in anyone can adapt it into anything. Here's the trick though, you can only use the material from the first three novels, and you cannot use John Carter in the title. So at first I did kind of like the standard kind of not very imaginative, oh, I modernized it and he's an Iraq vet, blah, 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 blah. It's stupid. And then I came up with more of a shorter story, but it's kind of a sequel that I like. It's kind of, Old Man Logan, except for it's Old Man John Carter, except for John Carter is an immortal, so he doesn't age. That's like a little part of the book that people just keep skipping over. John Carter, he's basically a Highlander. He's a Highlander. So it trades more on that part. But I haven't. So the Barsoom novels, I read the first three, which are about John, and then there's like 6 more, and John's not in all of those, and he's a very minor character. But the one I love, I forget the name of it. It was John's son and the Maid of Mars. This is an actual character. She's like a princess in waiting or something like that. They go to this other part of Barsoom, and there's these creepy guys they're like basically like crabs, and their head goes on humanoid bodies, and it's a really freaky, like awesome story, but it's not in public domain. So that's my favorite one. I forget the name of that story. Thanks for the super chat, Joseph Hottendorf Jr. Anna Cinti came out with the seed from Dark Horse today. Nice. Scrolling down some more. Scrolling. Oh, sorry. Just Add Awesome says, Zach, I need an answer to what it do for old time's sake. What it do? It do what it do. The proper response. And this comic is boring. This is freaking Flash in a freaking hazmat suit. It's so stupid. This comic is so boring. Thanks for the super chat, Chaos Risen. What's your favorite overall female comic character, and who wrote her? Very good question. So the one I always just come back to is Storm. Storm is just that go-to good character. Is this Ralph Macchio? So yeah, I've always liked Storm. And obviously she's written the best when she's written by Chris Claremont. Scrolling down some more. Rocco SFer says, dude, you got my last $20, just backed Iron Sights. Well, thank you very much. Thanks for the super chat. Economics and Comics, interesting name. Congrats on Iron Sights. We support you. Hope you and your fans can support our new channel as well. We are really trying hard to give great content. Oh, what kind of content are you focusing on? Scrolling down some more. Thanks for the super chat. Another super chat, Jason the Unpopular. Yo, Zach, thanks for the answer. Awesome answer to my first question. Follow-up question. What's your favorite run on Cable and favorite run on Wolverine? Well, Wolverine is definitely Larry Hama when Mark Silvestri was the artist. And, I'm blanking on the... Dan Green was the inker. Those are some fantastic stories. As far as the best Cable story, I'd probably go, with the originals when he was introduced. It was Louis Simonson and then Fabian Nicieza helping Rob Liefeld tell the stories, and those were just really good. Scrolling down some more. Thanks for buying a copy, James Greco. Always watching. I will be at New York Comic Con, yeah. Thursday through Saturday, I believe. Scrolling down some more. Frank Smirtkoff says, looking forward to my copies of Iron Sights and Jawbreakers. Well, thank you very much for buying them. King Board backed Iron Sights today. Thank you very much. Thanks for Jesse N. Is shipping on Jawbreakers going to hurt you? Now, it's not going to hurt. I mean, it is a bite. So I made the shipping included on for United States, and that's was probably a mistake. It's not going to hurt me. Like if you guys remember Mark Andrew Smith, he had a Kickstarter that made 100,000 like 4 or 5 years ago, and then he had to do a different Kickstarter for postage because he just didn't, the math didn't add up. So, but I'm going to find it's going to be a hit. But if you remember, my last stretch goal was like at 150,000 or something like that. So there's been like, we're probably going to hit like 400,000 by the end. So there's been a lot of sales that didn't have a stretch goal. So I should be good. Luna left after I started turning the pages. They're so freaking loud. That's kind of cool. Yeah, it's like a cool panel, but then you look and it's all boring in there. Thanks for the super chat, Scipio. Is that like Scipio Africanus? Would love a chance to buy a hard copy of Devil Dog. Oh yeah, that's great. So Do Remy Con blog at 11:56, 16 minutes ago, says it was at 113,985 with 3183 backers. That is fan-friggin-tastic. Underworld Dream says, Zach, do you have a new story idea? I don't think I do. No. Probably the last story idea I came up with was that that kind of Joe Rogan superhero where he kind of gets the Iron Fist, but it's for kicking, and then whenever he kicks something, it explodes. I told that in a live stream like a month ago. I did end up writing to Joe Rogan again like 5 days ago, and I didn't hear back. So I think that ship has sailed. The Mech War 88, any chance of an Iron Sights Jawbreakers crossover? Not possible because they're in different universes. Iron Sights is supposed to take place like in the real world. Like everything that happens in it could actually happen. Scrolling down some more. Thanks for another super chat, Diversity in Comics Bear. I showed my teenager the Highlander and he was impressed. Then we watched a TV series and it was a cringe apocalypse. Scrolling down some more. Whoa! Chaos Risen says at 11:58 p.m. Iron Sights update, $114,015 and 3184 backers. Wow! Wow! Razmas says, when are we going to get Iron Sights on Netflix or straight to DVD? Hopefully soon. Next year, year after. Scrolling down some more. Thanks for the super chat, Asan Doolin. Have Comicsgate guys thought of doing backup stories for each other's books? I think there's been some talk about it, but honestly, like, as much as we like each other, like, when you're in your project, like, you're in your project. It's like the biggest deal in the world. So, like, doing backups for other people, that becomes fairly low priority. Scrolling down some more. Margaret Miracle says, is it weird that I liked your hair? It's fine. Koska52 says, I was a bit put off when I first followed you on Twitter because your Twitter personality seemed way more annoying and antagonistic. Glad you laid off much nicer when you act chill. Scrolling down some more. Berserker Pride says, nice Bruce on the last day. Jeez. It was at like 70,000 yesterday morning, something crazy like that. Max Fish says, status update request on reviews of My Hero Academia, Berserk, Sylvester Wolverine, Extinction Agenda, New Gods, and the original Comixology series. Those are all the things that I've either bought or promised to do videos on, and hopefully I can get to when I get to my new place next month. Or no, this month. Later this month. Super Dark Water says, how many minutes till the Iron Sights campaign is over? It is 1 hour and 40, God, math. 1 hour and 44 minutes. Nico Hodge says, just back the poster tier for Iron Sights. Boobs will save the industry. What a nice thought. Eric Hensley says, Iron Sights movie series dream cast. Okay, great. So James Woods to play Woods. Obviously, we would have to rename the character because you can't have a guy named Woods playing Woods. As for Ramadi, it would be the guy who plays Renee Wild Dog on Arrow. That's who I always imagine. Ramadi is, it might be hard to tell from the drawing sometimes, but Ramadi is Hispanic. Ramadi is actually a nickname because he served in Ramadi. As for Esme, I don't have any particular actress in mind, but I would want on audition. That's the main ones I think of. Obviously, you get something like this, you're definitely going to want Danny Trejo. And there's a character named Old Man Rodriguez he'd probably be good for. There's this like blonde-haired mute assassin who's insane, Zick. And I like, God, what is his name? He was in the Baywatch movie. He's actually a really good actor. He's like a pretty boy, but he got really like ripped recently, so he'd be good. Whatever the pretty boy guy from the Baywatch movie, him. Scrolling down some more. Thanks for the super chat, Key05. Who wins? Dave Bautista versus Tire Iron versus... Oh, Dave Bautista with a tire iron versus Tim Doyle with a sword. Definitely Batista. Scrolling down some more. Oh my gosh. Diversity in Comics Bear, thanks for another super chat. Are you disappointed in Cuckboy Cebulski? Yeah, very much so. I had high hopes for him, and he has no vision. He's just a caretaker president, effectively. Koska52 says, how do you know what number backer you are? I believe when you first order it, it'll give you a chance to like tweet that you ordered it, and it'll say your number. Brion says, did you see Peter Simeti's tweet about helping other creators produce cheap single issue comics? Might be fun for the non-Lost Souls issue. So yeah, so Peter Simeti, he runs Alterna Comics, and he does newsprint, and I really like that. That's what comics were for like the first 50 years of making comics. So I believe he's talked to the publisher or the printer that does that, and he's gotten some kind of, I think it might be like a recommendation, you know, like they give it a discount if he recommends. It's called PPP. It's like Preferred Publisher Program or something like that. But you can just go DM him or tweet him and ask about that. Ooh, Hardboiled Entertainment. Ideal cast. James Woods as Woods, Danny Trejo as Old Man Rodriguez, yeah. Morena Baccarin as Esme, nice. And either Josh Brolin or Chris Pratt as Ramadi. So yeah, Ramadi is Hispanic, but I would not turn my nose up at Josh Brolin or Chris Pratt. They're both really good. Josh Brolin is too old though. Ramadi is supposed to be like in his 30s. It's not emphasized, or basically around 30. It's not emphasized that much in the book, but the book actually does not take place in 2018. It probably takes place in about 2010 or 2011. And that's because that's when the military started needing a lot less people because they were pulling out of Iraq. Ramadi was the guy who got out of the military and then wanted to get back in, but he couldn't get back in. So he kind of subconsciously starts a war on the border. Shapely or Pond says, where are you getting iron sights and jawbreakers printed? So I have contact information for 3 different printers. I'm going to be talking to them. Most of the ones that get really cheap printing, it gets farmed out to China, but we'll see. I always prefer to buy American, but if it's the difference between profit and loss, I will definitely farm something out. Scrolling down some more. Chaos Risen says, going to any more conventions? I got to find you and get Iron Sights signed. I might go to Austin Wizard World, which I think is in October. What the hell is going on here? What is splooshing? What is... I don't even think I want to know what's going on that panel. Sploosh. I think old Wonder Woman should take the morning after pill. It's just... It's basic caution. Scrolling down some more. Tonius35 says he's a contributor 3494 from Edmonton. Thank you very much. Adrian Mercado says the Highlander anime by Yoshiaki Kawahiri is so dope, but it's not Highlander canon. Oh, weird. Scrolling down some more. Eric Hupful says Iron Sights is jumping 114,437 by 3197 backers. Wow. Scrolling down some more. King Board, thanks for the super chat. An extra $50 to teabag my copy of Iron Sights. I'm sorry that service is not available at this time. Oh my gosh. Scrolling down. Thanks for another super chat. Do Remicon blog. Your experience was similar to mine. Met Bob Layton at a comic store right around Armor Wars. He seemed cool, hoping he was not an SJW. He just seems like a regular. Oh, Elephant in the Room Sahib says, it's 1:05 a.m. in your old hood. New York City, Hell's Kitchen. I miss that place, especially in the summertime. Thanks for this. Big super chat. Reginald McIntosh. Congrats on your continued success. You remind me a lot of my dad, albeit not nearly as old. I've told him about what you and others are doing to save comics. Keep it up, Zach. Well, thank you very much. Scrolling down some more. Scrolling down. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Kevin Splady says 12:08 p.m. 16 minutes ago. We're at 3207 backers. Nice. Eric Hutful says it went up $1,000 in the last 10 minutes. Oh my goodness. Yeah, sploosh. So boring. Everyone's just like sitting and laying down in this comic. This is stupid. Wait, why is this called Boob Squad? Just because someone's saying jugs a lot? I don't know if that qualifies. Thanks for the super chat, Bagel Goose. I was really drunk when I backed Iron Sights. It looks cool. All right. Thank you. Okay, so Chaos Risen says at 12:12 a.m., Iron Sights had 114,967 and $32 and 3211 backers. Wow. Whoa. Thanks for the super chat. Xavier Lopez found this live stream randomly. Keep it up. Scrolling down some more. Thanks for the super chat, Alex G. What do you think of the Venom trailer? Should they really be saying turd when half that trailer looks like Taco Bell Aftermath? Turd just seemed a little weird. It seemed very like middle school, but Venom's kind of a middle school character, so that's fine. Junta Kyle, thanks for the super chat. Going to be at Bell County. SJWs are already starting a targeted harassment campaign. Are you confident they won't bow down? Also, your boy this weekend. Oh, yeah. Like I said, I'm trying not to even talk about these obsessive enemies of mine who just post about me all day long. But there was a very low engagement attempt to pressure the con, but it's still on. Scrolling down some more. Razmas says, did you ever go with your friend to his movie shoots? I was going to, and then I backed out because I would have been trapped there. It was way out in the country. He told me it gets really, really boring if you're just watching. Scrolling down some more. Oh my God. Is this like, oh, because the glare is making it, okay. Oh, Yama Gigante says 115,057. So, okay, so that's exciting. So probably the final little haha moment is we beat Kwanzaa with the 92,000 earlier today, but Tim Doyle had a Kickstarter called Unreal Estate, and he made like 116,000. So I really wanted to beat him twice, so it looks like that's going to happen. James Burdo says, was Hell Priest excommunicated or just defrocked? He was both. He was, and then they also framed him for some really heinous crimes, like real world crimes. I mean, like court criminal crimes. Scrolling down some more. Dan Ziggs says, can one purchase Iron Sights after tonight? Where? No. I mean, you'd have to buy it like on the secondary market, like somebody who bought it is selling it. There won't be anything, there won't be a direct way to buy it after tonight, after like an hour and a half from now. Yeah, 1 hour and 31 minutes. Diversity in Comics Bear says, if Kwanzaa had half a brain, he'd make a book with you, split 500,000, and then laugh at poverty-stricken SJWs. Exactly. Gogo130 MO, Zac Efron. Yeah, Zac Efron for one of the villains named Zick. It would be really go. Hardboiled Entertainment says Willem Dafoe as Zick. It wouldn't work because of his age. Zick is supposed to be basically he's Woods' old protege, and then Ramadi becomes the next protege. So Zick would also be about 30. Oh, this divorce couch is not comfortable at all. I'm gonna go over to this freaking love seat or whatever it is. This will help better. Rick Gonzalez is the guy who plays Renee or Wild Dog on Arrow. Whoa. All right. Thanks for the super chat, Mad Stork 91. Thoughts on passing Neil Gaiman? Seen Spider-Man to spawn Marvel Blueprint video. You should. Important Comicsgate stuff. Yeah, I shouldn't be passing Neil Gaiman at all. It's ridiculous. The industry has been so destroyed by anti-business, anti-success, anti-capitalism SJWs that Neil Gaiman, he should be outselling me by a factor of 50. Scrolling down some more. Um, sorry, a lot of sentence fragments at this point in time. Can't really tell what people are talking about. All right. Oh my gosh. Thanks for the super chat, Smokin' Six Gun. What would you think about doing a Tales from the Crypt style comic with other artists? Maybe spooky, maybe war stories. I've never really been a fan of anthologies, so I don't see me doing something like that. Um, Scroll down some more. Donald Gill says at 12:23 a.m., 9 minutes ago, 115,197 U.S. Dollars raised by 3220 backers. Nice. All right, scrolling down some more. Akuro M says, just backed Iron Sights. When are you going to do a West Coast con? Probably next year. I'm not that crazy about San Diego Comic Con, but I probably will do it next year. Scrolling down some more. The original channel name says, how did you go about writing the script for Iron Sights? Well, start with, I basically come up with the whole story in my head, over a couple weeks, and I don't really write at the computer. And then so once I have the story in my head, then I'll put it down on note cards, and then I'll say, do 3-5 pages a day. So it was originally written as a screenplay, so probably gave myself like a month to write it, and then do a bunch of, what do you call it, drafts to tighten it up. Scrolling down some more. Chaos Risen says he's backer 241, 2049, and 3278. I know I'm crazy, but that cover you. Well, thank you very much. Scrolling down some more. Young Dirk Vader says, hey, I was drunk when I backed Iron Sights too. How boring this is. This comic is boring as hell. This looks like a bunch of cosplayers deciding who's going to wait in the long line to buy them all nachos at San Diego Comic Con. Scrolling down some more. Mermaid Pug says, notice me, senpai. Oh my gosh. Sentence fragments. Isan Doolin says, I'm backer 3180. Thank you very much. Chicken Sis says, my family will be at Bell County. I got your back, Zach. Soy boys be crazy. Going down some more. Heather C. really wants to see a Hell Priest book. Me too. Hell Priest is definitely the character who could handle a solo series the most, but a solo series is a whole nother, kettle of fish right there. That's a real undertaking. Alex De Leon says, is Iron Sights a standalone story? Absolutely. Absolutely. Scrolling down some more. The Watcher says, Zach, what do you think of the Daredevil TV show? Oh, I love it. I love it. I thought season 2 was better than season 1. Thanks for another super chat, CotKeo5. I'm thinking about starting hashtag SJWEU for crappy comics like Mags's Dazzler or Tamaki X23. Good idea or bad? That sounds okay. Yeah. Sweet Rabbit, formerly Nola Nerd, says, what do you think of Catherine Winnick playing Esme? I'm not sure who Catherine Winnick is. All right. Sorry. Breon says 115,000. You doubled Ironsight sales in the last day. Gonna tell you, people love that Kelsey Shannon cover. Akiro M says at 12:31 a.m. 6 minutes ago was at 115,789 with 3,234 backers. Khan, Wrath of says, is Knife Hand getting his own origin story? I love that guy. Yes, he will. It'll be a little while for that, though. Scrolling down some more. Oh my gosh. Nuclear Sandwich says, my artist friend says he makes more money at New York Con than San Diego Comic Con. Yeah. I love New York Comic Con. That was a great convention. I can't wait to go back. All right, scrolling down. Heather C says she's backer number 6. Whoa. And I think I'm getting close to being caught up. Oh my gosh. Thanks for the super chat, Bagel Goose. What do you prefer, macaroni or potato salad? I don't like either of those. Oh, Mechaniki says, what book is that? This is JLA, Liberty and Justice. Scrolling down some more. Somebody just asked where Booker T is. It's Booker T. Whoa. Akuro M at 12:38 a.m. 116,106 with 3,240 or $116,000. 3,244 backers. Nice. Thanks for the super chat. Hard Boiled Software. That cover is the single best image attached to any project of yours. Absolutely. Wow. Uncle Bill says driving 4 hours to see you Saturday. So don't let anyone stop you guys from being at Bell County Con. Looking forward to getting my 4 in the core signed. Great book. Wow. Nice. I can't wait to meet you. That's going to be great. Scrolling down some more. Oh my gosh, so many sentence fragments. Donald Gooch is backer 3,565. Thank you very much. Thanks for another super chat, Diversity in Comics Bear. You and other Comicsgate authors are lucky that Marvel decided to be trash for the past few years. It's true. Yeah, we really, it's serious. It's seriously true. James Burdo, I did not see Incredibles 2. This is not my thing. Thanks for the super chat, Super Elite. Spent the last month drawing an Ironsights image, which could look good as an inside cover. Where should I send the work in progress? Oh, my DMs are open on Twitter. Chaos Risen says, Kwanzaa and Tim Soil were just toasted. Nice job. Nice. All right. Oh, I'm all caught up. All right. So it's 12:41. Um, I'm going to take a little break, lay down a little bit, have some food, have some sody, check on Twitter, update things on Twitter, and then I'll be back in an hour for the last 15 minutes of the campaign. So we got another 1 hour and 19 minutes left in the campaign. Thanks for that super chat. Well hung and dung. Just backed. Hail Cecil. Very good. Thank you. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll be back for the last 15 minutes in 1 hour. Where's the sploosh? Got to end on that. There it is. Sploosh.